Hey everybody, welcome back to V&J Reviews. As always, this is Vin.
And this is Joe.
By the end of this episode, we are going to give you our choice for which is the stronger attack against Jiren. Was it Goku's Spirit Bomb or Vegeta's Final Flash? Okay, so we're going to fully analyze, set up the story for you guys, and take a deep look into the power levels of each of these attacks so we can come to a conclusion that we feel confident is the stronger attack against Jiren. So first, let's start off with Goku. So Goku is going to go through all of his transformations against Jiren. He's going to reach the end of his rope, and he's going to go into God Form Blue Kaioken times 20, and he's going to realize that this is still not going to damage Jiren at all. At that point, he's going to go into his base form to avoid the maliciousness of Super Saiyan so he can begin his Spirit Bomb attack. Now, he's going to begin to gather energy from the living beings, so we know that this is a Super Spirit Bomb. In fact, we can call it the Universe 7 Fighter's Super Spirit Bomb. He's going to get energy from Gohan, Piccolo, 17, 18, Frieza, Krillin, Tien, Roshi. Vegeta's not going to give up his energy, but he does protect Goku from Ribrianne's attack on him. In total, it takes about 1 minute and 50 seconds. That is, of course, the anime running time. The Tournament of Power time is, of course, a little different. We're not exactly sure how long the gathering was with that time. Now, Jiren is going to face his attack down as it comes towards him with his hands down. He's going to squint, and we're going to see the Spirit Bomb stop. Jiren is then going to be shown with one arm raised and relatively easily pushing the Spirit Bomb back. Goku is now going to transform into blue because he's already made the Spirit Bomb to get as much energy and strength as possible to push it back towards Jiren. At this point, Jiren raises both of his hands, again, relatively easy, push it back, and then Goku is going to go Kaioken times 10. Jiren has no change, still easily pushing it back. Goku goes Kaioken times 20. Jiren basically like, all right, I'm done with this. I'm going to power up. He pushes the Spirit Bomb right back into Goku, and it looks like it's basically going to swallow Goku. Until the next episode where we see that Goku does power up. He pushes it back to Jiren again. Now at this point, Jiren just mocks him by lowering his hands, and he only uses his glare of his eyes to control the Spirit Bomb. Goku is going to struggle, but eventually Jiren's going to basically destroy the Spirit Bomb with the glare of his eyes, and Goku is going to fall into the Spirit Bomb as it explodes. With this setup, now, it's impossible to know exactly how powerful the Spirit Bomb is as we don't have exact numbers, but we can make some very good logical and contextual arguments to get a sense of its power. We know for a fact it's going to be stronger than Kaioken times 20 Goku for a couple of reasons. Number one, Goku stated in his own words that even his God Form Blue Kaioken times 20 cannot even damage Jiren. It's not going to make any sense for Goku to power up an attack less powerful than this to try and defeat Jiren. Also, Master Roshi states that if the bomb hit Jiren, it may have beat him. Although this is clearly a large overstatement, it would suggest that the power of the Spirit Bomb must be greater than God Form Blue Kaioken times 20, since Goku clearly could not actually defeat Jiren with that power. We also know by the reaction of the gods and the angels that it is extremely powerful. Belmont is worried about its power, and many are in awe at its unbelievable power in the fact that a mortal could even do such a thing. So it must be far stronger than Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken times 20. However, we also know it's not even close to Jiren's strength. Belmont states that it's a piece of cake for Jiren to take this thing, and Jiren never once seems worried about it. In fact, he encourages Goku, and Jiren's lack of really trying shows that he's not worried at all. There's no way to know how much energy each Universe 7 fighter gives, excluding Vegeta, of course, because he gives no energy. How much? 10, 15, 20%? It would be speculation to say, including how much of Goku's own energy he was able to give to the attack. We do also know that even though Goku fell into the explosion of the Spirit Bomb, it did not destroy him. It does, however, push him into Ultra Instinct. We believe that this does indicate that the power could not have been too far above Goku's own, as if it were closer to Jiren or the power of the gods, at this point it likely would have just destroyed Goku. Jiren also easily being able to push the Spirit Bomb back may say a lot less about the actual power of the Spirit Bomb, but more about Goku's ability and strength to push it towards Jiren. However, at the end, Jiren does blink the Spirit Bomb away, causing it to explode. Goku does fall into it. Jiren blinking it away has a lot to say about the Spirit Bomb's strength, as he's blinking away the energy of the Spirit Bomb, not Goku's ability to push it. Another final piece of evidence was the fact that it was stated that Kefla in regular Super Saiyan form rivaled the power of the Spirit Bomb. This is important because we know at Super Saiyan 2, Kefla reached the tier of the gods, so we know in her regular Super Saiyan form she was not in that tier. This gives us another indication that the Spirit Bomb was far closer to Super Saiyan God Blue times 20 Kaioken rather than the God level. So, with all of that evidence, all of that context, we can comfortably place the Spirit Bomb for us at about a 9.25 on our scale or a 791. However, we do want to be fair and give a margin of error for this because there could be no exact. So we believe that the extreme upper limit for it is about a 10. We don't think it's going to get much higher than that. If it does get much higher than that, then the context and the evidence doesn't really fit. And we believe the extreme lower limit is about a 9.6 on our chart, or 9.06 on our chart, because that's where Kefla falls. And we know that Kefla rivaled the Spirit Bomb. We don't actually believe Kefla was stronger than the Spirit Bomb, so we put that as the extreme lower limit. So this gives you an idea of how powerful the Spirit Bomb is. But how powerful was Vegeta's final flash? Well, Vegeta's getting beaten, but we do see things getting serious when we states that the attack against Vegeta by Jiren is serving to ignite Vegeta. By igniting him, no doubt, beyond Vegeta's limits, even as it was stated that Goku was at the limit of his limits when he was powering up the Spirit Bomb, and so as Vegeta's doing his sort of final attack, he's in the same place. Jiren then insults Vegeta, tells him that he will never be able to beat him, and then Vegeta gets pissed. Jiren continues to insult him, tells Vegeta that his fists are arrogant, and that there's not a speck of purity in the way that he fights. This is important because it ignites Vegeta's Saiyan pride and his arrogance in himself, which as a Saiyan, it serves to give Vegeta overwhelming power. Vegeta states that he is never going to throw away who he is, that Goku can have his Ultra Instinct, and that he will defeat Jiren in his own way as he taps into his pride and his anger. He begins to power up his attack. Belmod gives us undeniable evidence that Vegeta is getting stronger than ever before as he states, this increase in power, how can it be higher than he was fighting before? Which is now talking about Vegeta's focused energy and his final flash attack. We know that when Vegeta taps into his pride, his strength and energy dries up dramatically. We know that this is occurring because Piccolo is saying it's happening. He even says because Jiren provoked Vegeta's pride. And he gives us more as he says that a power has awakened within him. Even Zeno tells us that Vegeta's power is getting stronger, and there's overwhelming evidence at this point that this buildup of energy and power is far beyond Super Saiyan Blue God for Vegeta. Jiren does, however, seem unworried as Vegeta powers up this attack, and then Vegeta releases the full power of his final flash on Jiren. Now, it's important to look at the final flash technique in itself. An important aspect of the final flash attack is the charge time for the final flash, as the charge time is indicative of its power increase as well as the power of the person who's doing it, in this case, obviously, Vegeta. When Vegeta uses the final flash against Cell Jr. in the anime, it's easily dispatched due to the lack of energy and buildup because of the charge time. He merely did it for seconds. But against Perfect Cell, Vegeta charges it up for minutes and obliterates Cell's body, although Cell is able to regenerate. Vegeta does take about a minute and a half in the anime time to charge it up. Again, the tournament time is different, so we don't know how long it is, and we don't know how long the fighting part is and the charge up time is. It's impossible to know, but it does seem like it takes him a while to charge it up. So how powerful is the attack? Well, first off, we need to know how powerful Vegeta is in Super Saiyan Blue form. Is he as strong as Goku, or is he stronger? Well, we believe that there's a good argument that Vegeta in his base form is in fact stronger than Goku's base form. Therefore, his blue form is going to be stronger. Vegeta was able, and there's a couple reasons why. Vegeta is able to master blue and build up his base through pure training and countless hours with Whis, and in multiple times in the hyperbolic time chamber, including on his own, whereas Goku simply received the God Key. Vegeta has also shown to master techniques in Super faster and easier than Goku, as shown by Whis training with Goku and Vegeta when Vegeta could move first in the alternate reality and Goku could not. Also, in the context of writing the anime, it is suggested that Vegeta is going in the direction of strengthening his Saiyan abilities, becoming a more powerful Saiyan rather than purely releasing all thought as the direction of Goku in Ultra Instinct. Vegeta uses pure training, strength, and technique to do this. Now, we could be wrong, and they could be the same level, but we do feel comfortable placing Vegeta higher. We do place him at about a 6.7 on the chart. There could be some down up movement on that, but 6.7 for us is good. We have Goku at 6.3 in the base. So with Vegeta at 6.7, although this up for debate, but we're good with it there because of the reasons we said, that means that it's going to increase his power in the blue form, and that's going to put Vegeta at an 8.6 at a Super Saiyan Blue. Now, this is where we can start with Vegeta's power up for his Final Flash. If Vegeta only powered it up for a few seconds, the Final Flash and the energy output would probably be closer to his current power or his level power. In this situation, Vegeta uses 1.5 minutes to power up his Final Flash, at least in the time duration of the anime. But of course, it's probably a little bit less than that with the tournament itself. But it is still a significant charge up time. So this is going to dramatically and exponentially increase the power of the Final Flash. But it doesn't end there because Vegeta is not tapping into his normal power. Whis does state that Vegeta's power up is he's getting ignited, and Zeno does too. He says he's getting stronger, and there's more because Vegeta is tapping into his Saiyan pride, as Piccolo states that this is the case, along with the massive charge up time, producing an unimaginable powerful Final Flash attack that is easily beyond Vegeta's own Super Saiyan God Blue power, as Vegeta's both going stronger and so is his attack. But how powerful is it? So let's look at the impact it has on Jiren. As Vegeta releases the attack, it reaches Jiren, and Jiren's eyes open wide. He can clearly sense its power, and it is immense and possibly a threat to him. In addition, Jiren has no issue simply glaring away or using force field with his arms down against other attacks. But in this case, Jiren fully protects himself, crossing his arms along his chest. The attack overwhelms Jiren, and at this point, really for the first time ever, Toppo even seems a bit worried. Although only half of Jiren's body is shown behind the clearing dust, it is clear that Jiren is on the ground. Nothing has done this to Jiren yet. Could it possibly be nearly as strong as Jiren? Well, this is not likely either, as Jiren is clearly unharmed as he immediately gets up, and even without Vegeta being able to react or notice, Jiren is right next to him with an energy orb held to Vegeta's stomach. So, how strong is the attack? Well, it's clear that it had a greater impact on Jiren than the Spirit Bomb. It can be argued, though, it wasn't the Spirit Bomb's energy, but the push that Goku was able to give the Spirit Bomb that was too weak. However, Jiren never even looked phased or worried about the Spirit Bomb. And although it was powerful, he was still able to blink it away. Jiren was not able to blink away the Final Flash or even defend it with his arms down or just a force field. He went into fully protective mode for this one, which would indicate this attack is likely in the God tier of strength, or Jiren simply would not have reacted this way. If it was anything less, he would have not required that type of a defense. This, along with Vegeta's awakened power and the fact that he's growing stronger, the long charge up time, the reaction of Toppo, who has never acted warrior before, the fact that Jiren is in this defense that has never occurred before, the reaction of the gods and the angels, well, makes us believe that it's in the God tier strength. But how high? Well, it does knock Jiren down, but it's important to note it does not actually damage Jiren. So we can conclude that although this is God tier, it is not actually that close to Jiren's strength. Jiren quickly retaliates, clearly uninjured, even telling Vegeta that the force wasn't half bad, likely because it was God tier level, but then he one-shots Vegeta. With all this evidence, we feel comfortable placing the attack at about a 10.4 on the scale. And another reason for that is we like to believe that this attack would absolutely destroy Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. So we're going to do that. Of course, there is a margin of error here. On the extreme low end, we believe it could possibly be a 9.5 on the scale or as strong as a 10.5, but not much likely higher than this, or else, it would have more of an impact on Jiren. Now, we are taking the high end on the margin of error on this one, but we want it to hypothetically kill Kefla, so that's why we're doing that. With this said, it becomes clear through a large amount of evidence, character response, context of the anime, and knowledge of the attacks that the Spirit Bomb and the Final Flash are, that Vegeta's Final Flash against Jiren was likely much stronger than Goku's. However, there is a margin of error for each, and this does actually allow for an overlap in the attack power of each. So we wanted to give this one out to you guys, give you as much information and evidence as we could to why we think Vegeta's Final Flash was stronger than Goku's Spirit Bomb. We hope you guys enjoyed this one. It was fun to do this for you. Leave your comments below. Do you agree, disagree? Is there a reason why? What else would you like to see from this one? And as always, if you have not subscribed up until this point, go ahead and push that subscribe button. We would love to have you along with us. As always, this is Vinny.
And this is Joe.
We will see you next time.